Hey everyone, and welcome back to agtutorials. Today I have a really awesome video planned for you guys. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are excited to see this video, and also give it a big thumbs up. And now let's just get on to the video. I'm going to be doing an actual agtutorial, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do DIY doll bralettes. I don't even know how to say that. Okay, I'm going to be doing DIY bralettes for your dolls, and personally I don't really like bralettes as in to wear them with my doll by themselves, because if they just wear it by itself, it just looks plain awkward in my opinion. But definitely under a shirt, that adds a really nice touch, especially since it's lace. So I am just going to go ahead and show you guys. So for starters, you are going to need a couple of materials, and the supplies that I'm going to be using are some lace. This is a pretty thick lace, and you can even see it compared to the doll over there. You're also going to need some scissors and a small piece of Velcro. You may either choose to use a sewing machine or needle and thread, but I will be using a sewing machine for this tutorial. So for starters, we need to take the doll's measurements in order to make sure that the bralette will fit her. So now you are going to get your lace and measure from where you want it to start to where you want it to end. So I want it to more or less start here around half of her body width, and so you're going to measure from here to here and measure to the back of her neck, because this is going to be a halter top bralette. So now that it's halfway back here, you want it to be a little bit longer than actually halfway, because there you can attach your Velcro. So we're just going to make sure that it's the perfect size. You always kind of want to make it a little bit longer. So we're going to start here and go there, and then I'm going to put my hand there so I know exactly where to cut. Now you're going to get your scissors and simply snip right there. So this is the size from back here to the front of the doll there. So now you can either choose to have only one layer going up from here. You can choose to have one layer going up from here to the back, but I find if you use two layers, like two layers on top of each other, like this, that it covers more and it looks a lot better. But at the same time, it's also optional. You can choose what you want to do. I'm going to do two, even though the doll isn't going to be wearing it alone. She's always going to be wearing it with something on the bottom. I feel better if I were to do this. So since I know they're both going to be the same measurements, I am simply going to cut these the same length and make 4 of these, because we're going to need one for this side and also one for this side. So now we are going to get one of these, only one of these, because I'm not going to make 2. And now is when we get around the doll's width. So now this has to go all the way around. So it's going to go from here to having it overlay just a little bit from here to here. There we go, that's perfect. Now I'm going to cut exactly where I want it. I might even include the measurements of the strips that I cut if you would like. Might include them down there. So now I have my 4 strands for the front, and I have my width span strand. This is only going to be 1 strand like I mentioned earlier. So now I'm going to take all these pieces to the sewing machine. So let's get started. Okay, so now I have my 2 sections of lace right on top of each other here. These are the sections that go over the doll's torso. So now I'm going to get here the sides. Let's get these sides together, and I'm going to pin them. You can use these sewing pins, optional. So now I'm going to take my sewing machine, my lace to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew a regular straight stitch and sew back stitch to make sure that it stays, and sew it on either side. So now I'm going to do the same exact steps to the next 2 strands of the bralette. So as you can see here, I have both strands of my bralette torso, and now I'm just going to flip it inside out to make sure that it's a nice smooth seam there. And I'm going to do the same thing to both of the bralette strands. So now it's time to attach the top strands to the actual body part of the waistband. So what I did is I just put it on the doll and I measured it, and then I just attached it there with my pins, and then I'm going to sew a straight line over these two bralette strands. So now I'm putting on the finished bralette with the strands on to measure the size of the Velcro that I'm going to be needing. And this is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not necessarily going to be showing step by step on how I do it. So you're just going to more or less find exactly the strands that you're going to be needing. And on the top, and you to tweak it a little bit until you get the perfect size. So I just put on the Velcro on the bralette, and now I'm going to put the finished product on the doll. And I'm also going to be putting a ringer tee on the top so that you guys can see how the finished product looks with the shirt on top of it. So yes, everyone, I just finished making the bralette and I put on the ringer tee. As you can see up here, she has the ringer tee, and I think it looks so cute. I love it, the mix so much. Like I said, I don't like the bralette by itself, but with a ringer tee or with another shirt, it looks so pretty. Especially with something off the shoulder, that would be so cute. So basically, that's it for this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And yes, I will see you all in a future video. God bless you all. Bye!